Don't forget to loop it. Is it loop?
It's all loop. Wonderful good morning to the good listeners of Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM. Originally live from the office in the capital city of the power state, Mina, United States. Today is Thursday, the 16th day in the month of July, year 2026. So the time check is 8 minutes past the hour of 9. I am Usman Apaya. Welcome to your favorite morning show, the Badeggi Radio. On the program today, INEC announced deadline for nomination of candidates ahead of the 2027 general election. That is going to be the conversation today, as the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has announced the deadline for nomination of candidates for 2027 general election. This is a significant milestone. It means the election process have moved from party primaries to final stage presenting candidates for the ballots. INEC recently extended the nomination upload deadline to 14 July 2026 after some political parties reported technical challenges, emphasizing that no further submission will be accepted after the deadline. Now, this is a conversation that begs for your own inputs, but it is important that we get some views. We want to put a call to a public affairs analyst to hear his own opinion. What is the implication of this, as we have some political parties are already complaining that they have been they have not yet done with their candidate submission, so INEC have come with the submission. So let's see what is going to be the actions from Nigerians. What is the implication of this? Let's have one of the public affairs analysts here. Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, sir. I think hello, good morning, sir. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Please, can you introduce yourself to the listeners?
Okay, my name is Sadiq Ibrahim, as usual.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us right about now, Sadiq Ibrahim.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to talk with you this morning.
Yes, our conversation this morning is on INEC announcing the deadline for nomination or submission of candidates ahead of the forthcoming general election. And we have some political parties who are crying for not meeting up with the deadline. So we want to look at the implication of this plus more. First, let's look at the submission of the deadline as at yesterday. Yes, that's on 14th. What is the implication of this? What do you have to tell us about this?
Thank you. You know, INEC as an institution is an independent umpire that is of conducting election for Nigerians. And the political parties are the platform for Nigerian contesting. And ordinarily, and it's supposed to be, there's supposed to be a template, a structure of what is to be done and how it's going to be done and timeline for everything.
Yes.
And it has been like that from time immemorial, because without timing the submission or the activities of the INEC, then there will be confusion. But this time around, we find ourselves in a situation that we don't even know which position is INEC choosing. So the trust deficit is so much that most of the actions taken by INEC is being suspected, because people believe that they are working hand in hand with the ruling APC political party. But that being the case, we know that INEC position and timeline has long been given. It is not just the deadline yesterday. They have structured the time for primary, the time for submission, the time for counter changeover, and whatever it is. Now, the problem being there is that INEC seems to have contrast this timing. Ordinarily, it's supposed to be, the time is supposed to end in September. That is where you can do all manners of changes and submission, given what was in operation before. So this is where people are suspecting that INEC is not playing the right foul, the right game. Another issue is that other political parties are being in crisis so far, either going to court today. So the other political parties have not actually settled down to even organize themselves, do what INEC is what INEC is required and what other things. So it is going to it is not unexpected for other political parties, not just the parties you have named. Other political parties are equally coming out to complain when the time comes. So I believe the INEC will have to look and work within the timeline and give other political parties opportunity. You know, the Labour Party we are talking about, Labour Party have 2 or 3 factions contesting for who actually owns the party. This is an issue that you cannot, it's not very easy for any of them to go and submit without INEC having to refuse or accept it. Another issue is that even the ADC, the NDC, all of them are having cases in court. So this does not allow political parties to organize themselves properly and in meeting the guideline, in meeting the submission or other guidelines of INEC. So people are looking at it that this is a deliberate action, a deliberate attempt to make sure that there is only one political party in Nigeria that will contest the forthcoming election. Because if other political parties are organized or disorganized in this manner, by not allowing them to settle, you can see the role the judiciary is playing to unsettle the political parties. This court will give one judgment, another court will come and set it aside. Yes. So the judiciary again has a challenge here, because what is supposed to be internal political, internal parties affair, they seem to be touching on it and giving judgment and all this kind of thing. So it is important to let INEC see reasons and to accommodate other political parties, not using administrative tactics or administrative bias to make them not to be available in the ballot paper or in the ballot in the next election. So Nigerians are watching, and everybody is watching, and we know what everybody is saying, that people are saying that APC does not want other political party in ballots, and that's why they are going through the back door
But don't
to
you?
influence judgment here and there.
But don't
And,
you think?
some of
But don't you think the deadline, officially, formally, the deadline for the submission of nomination or nomination of candidate supposed to end on May 30, 2026, but now it ends on July 14, 2026. There is an extension. What makes these political parties who are complaining now, for instance, the PDP, the Labour Party, the SDP, and other people who are actually conspicuously missing? What makes you think that they have to complain after the extension from INEC?
Well, tell me any political party that is organized. I will tell you the reason. Is there any other political party apart from
APC, the APC ruling party have actually submitted theirs. They have not having any issue.
It's the only political party that is in a healthy position now, and it's because they are in government. Otherwise, the situation would have been different. APC, if not for purpose of being that they are in control, the outcome of their primary will have set them in disarray to the extent that they will not be able to submit. But the other political parties have factions that we don't even know, INEC himself, that are talking about deadline. They don't even know which of these to submit. Today, it is removed from platform. This one is brought back to again and again. Changes are taking place that we don't really understand. So this is a very critical issue. It is not that the time extension, no, it is no issue of extension now. It is the issue of whether these political parties are organized to even think of putting the record in a proper perspective for submission. So we have a challenge here. The challenge we have here is that the opposition party are not in proper organization. They are not organized. They are not properly organized, and it is alleged that the ruling party send mood to all these parties to disorganize them. You can see the issue of Bombay, of NDC. Recently, a judgment came out again to say the primaries conducted in the states done by David Mark faction of the party, because they are still talking about faction. So there is no political, none of these political parties that can beat their chest and say, look, we are the authentic faction, we are the authentic ADC, we are the authentic NDC, we are the authentic Labour Party. We are the only party I know that is on its own now and that has all the records complete is Show Party.
but look at it, Sadiq Ibrahim. You see, we have, you just mentioned ADC and we have NDC. They are not included in this list. That is not, they are not carrying power of not being captured. But one we want to ask, what makes this party not to fix their house in order? Why now blaming INEC for the closure of the portal after the deadline? Because if you look at it now, a court party is now appealing to INEC for more time to resolve its internal crisis. How does that become INEC's problem? Again, you have the PDP and Labour Party who is now actually denying that they are not missing, they have not missed the deadline. So if you don't meet the deadline, how comes you are having problem? How does that become INEC's problem?
In fact, INEC, you know, this thing is centered on, the crisis is centered on three people, three parties here. The INEC itself, the political parties, and the judiciary. So I think until INEC will have to look at inserting their deadline. We will have to maybe we continue to amend our electoral law that all cases, all political parties cases that concern primaries, concern everything, should be resolved within a particular deadline. So you can, because INEC is talking like this within another in 1 or 2 weeks now. A court will come and pronounce that INEC will accept these people. So this is where we are missing it up. So I think we have to properly restructure all these things so that when we want to do democracy, we should do it in such a way that all the institutions, particularly the independent institutions, are doing what is supposed to be done. The political parties themselves, they know exactly their limits. So the judiciary, who is supposed to be the last hope of the common man, is being in doubt, and people are adapting the kind of judgment they are chunking out, they are coming out with. So this kind of confusion that you cannot particularly say it is the political parties are failing in their own. The ADC you are talking about, you see again the kind of people that are in ADC. So they know they know how to focus. The people there are well experienced. They are well versed in all these deceits, all this interplay of denying access to certain platforms. They know that they have already set up their structure in such a way that we're not waiting for anything. So let the court be the final arbiter. So this is where we are. Where we are is that the political parties, they are most among them that are working for other political parties, only for them to disorganize them. But one thing I want to say is that the way it's going, at the end of the day, this is my own prediction. Maybe all the political parties, if they are denied, they will now have to go and gang up and vote somewhere for president.
Okay, let's put it in the right perspective for the benefit of records. Other political parties have actually accused the APC of allegedly using INEC and the courts to frustrate their effort. But now that you understand that deadline has already been set and it has been extended, what makes you not to fix your own house so that it will be in the record? Because if you said somebody you have identified it was somebody who is doing that, then what stops you from doing your own form of that? How do you now see this political party being ready for 2027 general election, knowing fully well that they failed to put their house in order to confront their enemy who are from within and outside?
You know, I talked about the trust deficit just now. It has reached a level that who even owns this political party is not known to us. When you say Labour Party, who owns it? Is it an arm of APC? Who own all these political parties? Whether they are even set up to cause what they are causing now, to play this role, to act this role, we don't know. So this is the crisis, this is the confusion we find in our political system. What I'm saying that most of this they have sanctions. When you carry your document to INEC will not. They will say no. The court is staying until this happens. The other one will go. So these are kind of crises that will have unsettled them not to get their document forwarded to INEC. They know these people. Labour Party has participated in election before. They know. Other political has participated. They know. But the point is that the fixing, when we are saying fixing their crisis, the crisis is induced. So when you induce crisis and those who are standing in opposition are vehement and hell-bent that they are not going to surrender. So what do? It is to come in this way. That's why APC is being accused that they are the one fueling the crisis there because they have their hands. They have their representative in all these political parties that are doing their bits. So what is there? That there's nothing one can do. to start going on this way, if this is where our political parties will function, and if this is the way the judiciary will function, if this is the way INEC will function. But what I know is that the judiciary is being suspected, executive is being suspected, NPC is being suspected, what's it called? The political party is then being a suspect in this issue. But the question one will ask, I will summarize the whole thing, is that why is it that this time around political parties, almost all opposition have crisis? Why? Why is it that this time around the judiciary are coming so hard on the opposition parties? Why? So why is it that this time around the political party themselves are confused, and we have so many factions? Even they know, even those parties, they know that they cannot even win presidential election. So they cannot win presidential election, yet they are struggling to make sure that they participate. Why? So my only pity is that those other members of the political parties, those political parties that have representation in the House of Assembly, in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, they may eventually be the victim of all these things. So, but we have to keep the ball going and be going with INEC the way they feel that it should go. Judiciary, I hope the judiciary will do the right thing.
Now, finally, before I let you go, I want us to clear one impression. You just mentioned Sowores Party, talking about the African Action Congress, AAC, being the only viable party that probably opposition would go. What do you, how do you do with ADC and NDC? Because they have actually, despite the fact that they have issues, internal wrangling and issues in court, but yet their candidates have been uploaded. That of ADC is Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate, and that of NDC is Peter Obi as the presidential candidate, and they are not having issues. What do you make of that?
When I told Sowore now, you know, I've been sarcastic about it.
Okay, all right. That's why I said let's clear it. Let's clear it.
You know, but let me come back to the reality of things. All these parties that are there now, you know, they still have cases in court.
Yes.
So tomorrow, the judgment can come and we will ask INEC to unbundle them from the platform. This is where I'm talking from.
So you mean you mean there could be an election in Nigeria with the stand of things now, that we can have election in Nigeria where you have the APC having a candidate and the NDC who is having Peter Obi and ADC having Atiku, that they will not go into election?
Well, this is Nigeria. There is nothing you can say that is not possible, because all of us are being cowed. We are just looking at like zombies. We are behaving like zombies. We will only come and talk and go away. We are not taking action. So there is nothing. If it comes like that, we will only talk and talk. But I know it's going to be a disaster for Nigeria if they allow it to happen that way.
Well, thank you very much, Sadiq. Very want to appreciate you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to chat with you this morning.
You're most welcome. Thank you, sir. Well, listener, that has been the voice of Sadiq Ibrahim, a public affairs analyst, and we actually had discussion or conversation on the INEC announcing deadline for nomination or submission of candidates into the forthcoming election. 14th July 2026 has been the deadline. So from the INEC, no candidate shall now be uploaded again. The candidate you are having, and unfortunately, some political parties are crying for missing out. What is the implication? What do you think about this action from INEC? It's going to be a conversation. We want to hear your own opinion. 2027 general election is coming up, and INEC have just released its candidates who will actually be in the election, even though we have some candidates who are having case in court. What did you make of all this? It's your own opinion we want to have here, so that it will shape the decision that will be coming. Leaders are having their ears to the ground, and your opinion is very important. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Fire.
Go ahead. I can hear you. Your name?
Network.
Oh, I can hear you. 09138579001 is the number to call and join the conversation. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Fire.
Good morning, Mr. Bute.
This is Mr. Bute calling from Durham, Wishishi State.
You're welcome to the program.
To be fair and just, we must be fair to INEC. INEC must set a deadline so that it will enable it to prepare very well. You see, I blame the National Assembly. Sometimes I look at them as taking law-making business as a small business. No. Law-making business is not a small business at all. I expect them to even give timelines to the judiciary. There is a time for court to entertain intra-party affairs, that is party internal affairs. There should be a time not to entertain cases coming from party internal affairs. And there is a timeline for court to settle all matters related to all this we are discussing here. So that INEC will have its own time to prepare. You see, give deadline. So the law on its own should specify when to do this, when to do that, when to stop this, when to stop all this, when to go do this and that. Because there should be a time limit for everything. It will help. Now we cannot blame INEC for coming up with a deadline. They are right. They must have the time to put the things in order. If not, they cannot conduct a credible election. That is, if possible at all, there is going to be credible election. But you should give them time, allow them time to make. So to me, I blame the National Assembly for all that is happening, for not coming up with laws that will give people a clear deadline on everything. Thank you. May God help Nigeria.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much, Nigeria. Yes, the conversation is on INEC announcing the deadline of submission of candidates ahead of the 2027 general election. Some political parties are crying foul. What did you make of this deadline and the political parties who couldn't make it and they are sharing blames? 09138579001. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Fire. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Mr. Bode on the line.
Mr. Bode, you are welcome to the program.
Mr. Fire, I want to ask you one simple question, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Then, if I'm a student and you are a student and examine and take exam and they say on the 24th exam, why me now? Ordinarily, I will not say we question the examiner. Now, why did you put your exam on the 24th? On this issue of INEC, let us sometimes be candid and stop blaming INEC for everything concerning this election that is coming forth. I don't see any blame on that. Let the political party put their house in order. The exam has been set. Go and write your exam. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this apt contribution. He said INEC should not be blamed for this. What is your own opinion? INEC have announced a deadline which is 14 July 2024 and other political parties are crying and blaming INEC. What do you think about this? Let's have your own opinion. Hello. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Fire.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Fire.
Good morning, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm having a problem with the net.
Yes, but
Good morning, Mr. Fire.
we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead and make your contribution.
I'm having a problem with network. Thank you.
Once you are having this type of issue, once you call, continue to speak, we can hear you. Yes, 09138579001 is the number. We are having a conversation on INEC's deadline, which is 14th of July 2024. That is deadline for submission of a candidate who will be contesting for 2027 general election. What did you make of INEC deadline and the complaint by political parties who couldn't make it? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Fire.
I'm fine. Good morning. How are you doing?
This is Mr. Sunday calling from Mina.
Mr. Sunday, you're welcome
For
to
me,
program.
my own, what I will have to say is that since other parties didn't meet up in order to present their own candidate or to meet up with the time, INEC should give them at least 1 month again in order to carry everybody along and in order to clear the doubt of maybe is the leading party is the one causing what is happening or is the other person. Let them give them another month in order to prepare themselves and bring whatever they have to bring into the INEC. So that is my hope. Because sometimes the other last election, is it not INEC that postponed the election that they are going to hold in the other in social months? It's also the same thing. If it happens that other parties will meet up, there are still a grace to for them to give them a grace of 1 month in order to meet up so that everybody will be in a ballot paper. Every party will be in a ballot paper. So that will not be because this person is the ruling party. That is why it's not other party. Let everybody be carried along, even if they fail to meet up. If they fail to meet up in this particular one, it will not be, nobody can blame INEC again. That is my own contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that contribution. 09138579001 is the number to call. We are discussing INEC announcing the deadline for submission of a candidate into the forthcoming general election. Already some political parties who actually started crying foul. What did you make of this decision and the action by INEC? Hello. Hello.
Mr. Fire.
Yes, sir. I can hear you now.
Good morning, Mr. Fire.
Good morning. We can hear you. Go ahead and make your contribution.
Good morning, Mr. Fire.
Yes, I think you are having issue with your own connection there. Yes, we can hear you, but you can hear us. I think it's from you. 09138579001 is the number to call and join the conversation. We have some Facebook message here. I want us to take this message, but let's take this call first before we come back and take messages from Facebook. Hello. Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam. Go ahead and make your contribution. I can hear you. Go ahead, please. Yes, I think it should be with issue connected to network providers, not us here, because as you can hear, I can see other people are calling and we can hear them, but I don't know why we can't hear you. But let's quickly take this Facebook message. We have this one coming from John Moses. He said, "Good morning, Apaya. 2027 is for NDC, OB, and Onkoso by God grace." That is your own opinion. He said 2027 is for OB. Muhammad Bukar Ibn Ibrahim said, Ibn Bukar said, "Good morning, Oga, Sadiq, and Apaya, who were unable to upload. Was there a glitch from your website that forced the parties not to be able to upload? I don't understand where problem came from that political parties were unable to upload. INEC, to me, is confusing. They lack confidence in its leadership. Anybody with the information, Mr. Fire, I think INEC Red Commissioner for Niger State should speak to Nigerites on radio, please. Yes, we'll try and do that. Let's take it. Let's take a call again. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, MD Awan.
I always appreciate you for a job well done, always.
Thank you.
It's one of we can't afford to get it right. Israel will spare our life in 2027. After the political shenanigans that is happening in this country, Nigerians are aware and everybody's eyes are open. We need to get it right if Allah will spare our life in 2027. All these are like this. The problem that is happening about all political parties, we are less concerned about that. I just want to remind Nigerians we should be mindful of bringing the kind of people with competence. We should try this time around to bring people with analog experience. All this, while we are getting it wrong in this country, we bring leaders that are above 60, 70. That is why we are getting it wrong. People with analog experience. We need to bring people with fresh ideas, with and people with competency that can champion the cause of this country, because we are far left behind. There are a lot of things that are left out done in this country. We need to get it right. You shouldn't play politics of money politics and get things right. Let's send the photos of how things being done in this country. That is the only way to go. Allah continue to see us through. That's my thing.
Thank you very much, for that one. We have another message here from Facebook. Comrade Good News Chinedu said, "Good morning, Mr. Paya. Your guest said Peter Obi and Atiku might not be on the ballot come 2027, so they should come to Sowore party and support him and his party. Did he think that if Peter Obi joined the party, there will not be internal crisis? And in the court, the judiciary and INEC should do the needful before it's going to be late." Thank you very much. Mohammed Ibn Bukar is coming back with another one. He said, "I see present day INEC being antagonistic with which will not help our democracy. I see our court eroding the opposition parties. I see the opposition parties not being united and focused in winning election. Honestly, only God can predict the 2027 election. Nigerians have hope on these opposition parties. They should stand more solid, block their ears from intimidation from others, from above and within the election." Thank you very much for that one. Let's return to the callers. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
This is Abdullah Galadima Fuka.
Okay, you're welcome to program, sir.
I want to tell Nigerians, Nigerians, that 2027 is going to be the best election ever being held in Nigeria.
Wow. That sounds...
Why I'm saying so is because Tinubu means well for Nigerians.
That's great.
In Niger State, Bago and his deputy, especially the deputy, we know him, he has been for the masses for years. So what I want Nigerians to do is to pray that God should keep us alive to witness 2027 and not to predict evils for the election. Those parties that are ready to, let them contest, and if not, let them go. Especially opposition parties. I want them to reorganize themselves. I've been in political parties since 1999 and I know what politics is all about. It's not about the money, but the individual you are looking for. Talba was very good. You know, Kure, I remember I was his mobilization officer and he did well. So please, Nigeria, let's have patience.
All right, thank you.
Vote APC 2020.
All right, we are not campaigning, and just allow you what you debated from the program. We are looking at INEC announcing the deadline for submission of a candidate ahead of the 2027 election, and some people are already crying for issues. Already we have issues in the court, and since INEC have come with the deadline, then what now happen if court come with a verdict that asks that a particular candidate should be filled? What's going to be the implication? These are some of the things we want us to look at. We're not looking at whether one party is going to win, another party is not going to win. That's not what we're after. We are not after whether the APC is going to give us free fair election. We are looking at INEC, which is an independent entity, which is the electoral umpire, and of course have closed its gate, and the court is having some issues. What is going to be the implication to this ahead of the election? That is what we're looking at. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Apara.
Yes, sir.
I still welcome Madam calling from Mina.
Thomas, I'm in your control program.
The implication is very simple. We know they have issues in the court, whereas the INEC who owns Sulagiti and Empire has been appointed by the ruling party. And the way the INEC is playing their game, it seems the Empire is more controlling the INEC. The same issue they had in the court, I'm very sure once they resolve the issue, the INEC will quickly reinstate their names on that portal and to reflect in the list. If that is not forthcoming, Indians are watching keenly
and we know the kind of politics and election we are going to also be talking about franchise upcoming 2027. It's very simple. Everybody should sharp and look with wide eyes. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. I think there is need for us to have more education, more enlightenment about this. It's not all about the presidential election. There are other contestable positions. We have seat of governor, seat of National Assembly, from Senate to House of Representatives. We have a House of Assembly. Some of these parties are having issue. For instance, the Labour Party is asking for, is asking for more time because of internal wrangling. We have even PDP is equally having some internal wrangling. The NDC have been taken to court. The ADC are equally having internal wrangling, and they are in court. And by the time the court gives its order, even if it is 2 days to election, I think the court order must be respected. So what is going to be the implication of this, since INEC have actually have its own deadline, slant it, and we still have issues in court? What is going to be the implication? That is what we want to educate ourselves to know about. Hello. Walaikum salam. Na gajiya.
An tashi lafiya.
Lafiya lau.
To ya kokari.
Mun gode Allah. Yes, make your contribution.
Usman ne da kike daga Kurara, Allah saka muku da alheri.
To muna godiya.
Sai zaɓe 2027 da mun ban mu Allah ko ne Allah ya zaɓo muna wanda yake so mu ba wanda muke so ba. Mu tashi lafiya.
To muna godiya. 09138579001 is number to call and join the conversation. We want solutions. We want your opinion ahead of the election, with INEC, announcing the deadline, which is 14 July 2024. No candidate list shall be submitted again, be it red, be it Senate, be it governor, president, or whatever, and there are issues in the court. What is the implication? Hello.
Apart from Mr. Mutu calling back from him, I wish you
You are welcome to program once again.
I mentioned not to clear our doubts so that people will have trust in INEC. I know this time they are not using a manual system like before. It's not, technology has been included in the whole thing. So even if it is 48 hours, INEC can upload everything. So I don't know why they are giving me the deadline so quick. They too should understand and should extend the deadline so that it will allow all these political parties to feed in their candidates. That will be better. As I earlier said, that one already have made it clear that the National Assembly should come up with laws that we give deadline to such matters to be entertained in the court and to settle in the court, so that it will allow INEC space to prepare better. But INEC on its own too should be patient, because they are not using people like before they used to do it with their hands. It's not manually done. It's technologically done now, so it will be faster. So they should extend the deadline. May God save Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. BT, for that contribution. 0913857900. You too can call in and add your voice to the discussion we have before you this bright and promising Thursday morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Yes.
I want to discuss the third person to the last caller.
Yes.
Who come out to campaign for the GPC Cup. If this is not the time for campaign, as you have rightly said.
Yes. Because
he is eating well and he wants to tell us this and this. So let him not come up with this kind of, it's a chance of campaign. The issue of INEC. INEC is doing upside down because he wants to favor the ruling party. I urge those three parties that are about to be spin out to go to court and challenge him. They definitely the court will listen to them.
Okay, just to understand the issue here. Most of these political opposition parties are having issues, internal issues that they couldn't resolve, and they are in the court. So if they go to court, They are still in court now, and INEC have came up with its deadline. But what now happens if the court is now giving its verdict and asks that a particular candidate name should be uploaded for the election? What is going to be the implication? That is what we are looking at. Will INEC now we open the portal?
The case before the court is different, and this one is different. So they can let this very one now, and it just becomes like a case in case. So they still have opportunity if they are not totally out.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. So they should go to court.
This is another case that is generated.
Okay.
It looks as if the INEC is already ahead of their okay. Whatever case they get, whatever result they get from court now, INEC is there fighting them. They can raise up with this matter before the court. Whatever the outcome of the result, they can still put in this one.
So you are saying that aside from the internal issue they have, which lead them going to court, they should take INEC to court for coming up with deadline, even when there are issues in the court.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. We want to appreciate you for that contribution. Yes, sir. Well, I think this is all about the call we will pick for today on this program, and no more message shall be read. So, that has been the program. Yes, it is about INEC that have actually announced the deadline for 2027 formation of candidate into the 2027 general election, even when some political parties are having issues in court. The APC, which is the ruling party, has no any issue in court, so it's clear. But all other political parties are either having internal issues or issues litigation in the court, which is actually delaying them from submission of their candidate list. And it is not all about the presidential candidate, because when we say political parties, everybody is looking at the presidential candidate. Aside from the seat of presidency, we equally have other contestable seats: the House of Reps, Senate, House of Assembly in the state, and other positions which is having issues. So we hope and pray that the court will be fast in coming up with this verdict, so that before ballot papers are being printed, the INEC will have all issues resolved, so that there is no any other litigation. Well, that has been the package of the program for today. We sincerely like to thank our listeners for taking your time to listen to the program. Until next week, Monday, when we shall be here with another interesting package of Badeggi Radioi. From all of us here, I am Usman Apaya. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and goodbye for now.